So imagine what a wonderful place the earth would be if we all just took care of it. If everybody were eating clean, and we could have fruits that we just could go pick everywhere, big farms with just organic vegetables, and if there were no pollution in the air, if we had an environment that were clean with cars that were driven by electric fuel, not gasoline. And if they come up with some solution for the airplanes, and if everybody just took on a spiritual path and realized that they should be kind towards themselves and towards others, and the animals would not be harmed because we realized that we don't have to eat them and slaughter them, and people would make peace with each other and realize that we don't have to fight over the little crumbles and that the politicians, the people in power would realize that we don't have to have this diversion between people, that we all are so alike. And yeah,
Yeah, go on.
yeah, it's possible to have so much changes. Like, you can just imagine what a wonderful place it will be. Everybody will just, no one will be afraid when walking down the street, because everybody knows that everyone is the same as you are. They're friendly, and you have the same wishes, the same dreams, not exactly the same, but every person deep down, they want friendship, they want love, they want closeness between people. They want food and shelter, and they want a bright future, follow their dreams and everything. So we are so similar. If everyone would just realize that, then I think it would be a wonderful place. Like, I don't think it's so hard. And maybe we are starting to see those changes that will lead to a brighter future. Because I think many people are just so, they are like stuck in a mindset that, oh, they think that the world has always been in one place, and I don't even want to say it, but they think that it changes. It will. I heard it will always be war because humans has always fighting each other, and I'm like, what? Why? Why should there always be war? It's like, you can just imagine a world without war, without being afraid of war, without we shouldn't need to spend that much money on an army and on military forces. People wouldn't be forced to go into wars. Like, why are we even fighting? I never understood why there are any wars. Okay, I can understand if someone attacks me, then I want to protect myself. So yeah, but why should you attack someone in the first place? Why are we so greedy? Why do we want more and more power? Why do we want more and more land? Why do we want more and more money? What is this desire of wanting more and more? I don't know why people can't get enough. And maybe it's because they, as we spoke about before, that you spoke about, this inner, to look inwards instead of looking outwards, because what you really are searching for is already within you. And I think these people who are in these positions, they are greedy because of that. Maybe it's because of that they don't look inwards, they don't find this peace within themselves, and then they are just looking outwards to get more and more. I think it's a human condition that is like, is shared with groups, within groups. It's like we have different consciousness, like every individual, but also we have in groups and societies, and people in general have this mindset that we want more. And maybe it's because we tend to cling on to our group, that we want to make our group safe. That's why we are so concerned about our countries, that we want our country to, I don't know, like we see now in the war with the Ukraine. Why do they want Ukraine? I never really understood what is the meaning of it. Why don't in Russia is a big land. Okay, I don't know all the details in what Putin wants when he goes after Ukraine, but for me it's quite simple. I just can't understand, why do you want to have another country? I don't get it. It's just like, haven't they have other things to worry about? Don't they have other things to do? I always think like this, that don't people, how do they have the energy to like do all this stuff, to start an organization that is racist, or to like start all these groups that are terrorist groups or everything? I can't imagine that you can be so angry that you do all this work and go on for years and years and for generations. Maybe you give it on to your children, that you have to keep up this fight, and it's like there's so much rage that's in people that they are like, they can't help themselves. I don't know if they are so hurt that I can't realize, but I know every person, a person can go through a lot and still don't need to have this urge for what do you say, when you want to get back on someone. Revenge, yeah. You don't need to feel that you need some revenge, or I think it's different in different humans. Some people, but I don't know, maybe they are so hurt deep down inside that they just can't handle it. Is an answer that I come up with, that they must be very hurt, or they don't, they have this narrow mind that they can't just see broader, so they can't see another opportunity, that they can't just imagine that there can be another opportunity than this. Like, if you just think a little broader and like use your imagination, and like, oh my god, what a world we could have. Just think about it. What would you want the world to look like? What would it be your dream reality? And I think if you just sit down and just like he says, John Lennon, just imagine. I think that if you just, many people talk about just start a dream, you can just come up with new things. It's all the inventions and all the ideas that has developed our society and the earth. It started with some imagination, some thoughts that some people came up with, that oh, maybe we should have this. Like in Sweden, someone come up with, we maybe should have a system where we can help people that are in need, that they are unemployed. So we should have a system, a safety system for them. Someone came up with that idea, and someone came up with the idea that we should, some environmental solutions, organic solutions, and someone, I don't know, it just starts with, if you just sit down and, okay, what would be like the utopia? And I think you have to start dreaming big, because why not? Why should you, if they say that there are no limits in the reality that we live in, we just think that there are limitations. So then you should start in like, oh, what if it would be like this? And then you can start like taking small steps. Then you can think about, how should I do to make this work? And then you can take small steps like towards that. What can we start doing? And then that's another problem. You can take them. And then you can gather, what if you could gather people with different knowledge, different expertise, and just, okay, how should we do with politics? How should we do with the environment? How should we? And everybody could just come together with their different expertise and come up with solutions. Like, if you had a big meeting with all the people in power in the world, like, okay, we want to create a new wonderful world, what should we do? I think that there are so many smart people. I think people already has a lot of ideas, but if you just allow yourself to think about that, so you don't limit yourself with a narrow mind that is like, that has given up at some point, that is like, oh, the world is, you see all this negativity that you are seeing on the news, and it can just feel overwhelming. And I can understand that it's hard to believe that there can be changes when you see all the terror and the extreme things that happens in the world. But at the same time, it happens so many positive things, and we have come so far. So I think, why can't it be possible to see a world that would be just peaceful and nice to live in for everyone?
Yeah. I think I hear what you're saying. It's about moving people, getting them to come together. Not just the politicians and people in power, because they do come together in large meetings, but moving normal people, people like you and me. To move us, I think it's the work of artists, like authors, people that sing, people that paint. I think it's their job to move people to be the dreamers, to show a potential future. And I believe that each and every one of us can become an artist. Some are maybe more inclined to be one. You don't have to work as an artist to be an artist. You can express your dream of the future in ways that will make an impact. Maybe you write a book, a fiction book about a fictional future, and the next generation will read that and will be very taken by it. And since they're taken by it, they will want to have that for themselves. They want to have that for their world. I think that's the way that artists are the way forward.
Yeah, when you say it, I truly think so too. The artist has an important position, an important task.
Yeah.
Because they can inspire people.
Yeah.
And with their different kinds of medium, they can show that there are different ways to do, and they can help people express their feelings and go through their pains.
Yeah.
And show beauty, and so that people can enjoy. And also, with our medium, we can express different messages that we want to tell to people.
Yeah.
So, not just through propaganda, but all the artists has an opportunity. If you have a platform, then you have an opportunity to tell people different things that you want to share. And maybe it's often the artists are great minds that has something
Important to say.
important to say, yeah. And they can do it through different means, like in different ways.
Yeah, different type of artists have different way of showing
And
the
more,
type of love that we need.
exactly. And more or less subtle. It doesn't have to be that direct.
No.
Know that you say word to word. It can be very. So then you can reach people in a more indirect way. Like, maybe they get a hint of it, or maybe they don't understand it fully because it's a melody or it's a painting or something. So you can do it in different ways, more or less informative. And yeah, the artist is, yeah, I think the artistic people, they often also artistic people has, gone through a lot of pain, and they have difficulties in their lives. It's common that artistic people has some kind of mental health issues, or because I think it's people who are very clear and have new thoughts, and then they see the society that we live in, and they see the holes in the society, and they try to manage, and they have their vision of another world, and then it's not, and they feel different from the other people.
Yeah.
So then it's not so weird that they feel pain, and like you used to say that genius and madness is often not so separated from each other.
No.
And it's also what labels they put on you. You can have different labels if you're a sick person or you are a visionary person.
Yeah.
So you should be proud and take care of and encourage people who do art. Yeah.
It's in the same way as people say that being sane in a mad world is it's not a good thing.
No, exactly.
We need more mad people.
Yeah, because how can you, when you see the devastation in the world, how can't you be affected?
Yeah.
It's like when you talked about some rich people who don't see it because they just
Have a different perception of things.
Yeah, and isn't that mad? So yeah, we just dream of a world where we don't have to see this devastation, and then we don't have to feel the pain.
Yeah.
But I also thought about that some artists maybe, have these gifts and were sent to this place to help out. So like it's a point in time that we are starting making changes,
Yeah.
and more. Because I don't know if there always have been, or maybe it has, artistic people. Yeah, we were painting and playing music long time ago, but it's like it's not just that you are painting and people can look at it and it's beautiful. It's like it's a deeper meaning, I think.